Welcome to humanity's Vanguard. What you're about to hear might chill your spine, but it'll make you proud of what we are. The morning sky over Cedar Creek, a sleepy town nestled in the Appalachian foothills, shimmered with unnatural light as the Dravari fleet emerged from orbit. Their calculations predicted the town's obliteration in under an hour. Commander Gilles, a tactical prodigy of the Dravari Armada, observed the settlement through crystal optics, confident that this would be another clean victory. What the Dravari did not account for was that Cedar Creek's residents were lifelong hunters, machinists, and survivalists. Generations of mastering the forests, rivers, and hills had honed their senses to an almost supernatural degree. Guns weren't a hobby, they were an inherited art form. By sunrise, plasma cannons powered up, and the fleet's elite ground units prepared for deployment. But Cedar Creek had something no algorithm could measure: humans who refused to surrender. "Looks like we got ourselves a real mess," said Hank Caldwell, leaning on the worn railing of his hardware store porch. At 72, Hank had survived tornadoes, a bank collapse, and one near-fatal bear attack. Around him, neighbors grabbed rifles, shotguns, and homemade explosives, ready to defend their town as if it were hunting season. Aliens, huh? Ain't seen worse than old man. Crenshaw's bore. His words barely registered before the first plasma rounds slammed into the main street, sending concrete and metal flying. Chaos erupted, but the humans weren't panicking. They were synchronizing instinctively. They didn't wait for orders. They reacted, improvised, and adapted in real time. From rooftops, tree lines, and the hills beyond, Cedar Creek became a living, breathing battlefield, and the Dravari found themselves in uncharted territory. By the time the Dravari ground troops touched down, the town had already set traps, ambush points, and sniper nests. Hank and his cousin Jeb coordinated positions from the abandoned grain silo, moving like shadows, communicating with hand signals learned through decades of hunting elk. Mara Jennings, a sharpshooter with multiple state titles, perched on the courthouse dome, her rifle humming with precision. Retired rangers and hunters took up positions in the water tower, forests, and barns, creating overlapping fields of fire. The Dravari expected regimented military oppositions formations, ranks, predictable maneuvers. They found instead the unpredictable brutality of humans defending their home with a lifetime of instinct and improvisation. Every step they took triggered a hidden line of fire. Every corner held a surprise. Every hill was a sniper's nest. The Dravari commander's voice crackled over the comm, tension rising with every casualty report. Unexpected resistance. Casualty rates unacceptably high. Each report was met with muffled chuckles from humans hiding in barns, eyes gleaming with anticipation. They weren't just fighting, they were hunting. The forest had trained them, the land had sharpened them. Danger had been their lifelong companion, and now, against a technologically superior species, they were untouchable because they understood something the Dravari never could. Combat isn't only strategy and firepower, it's patience, cunning, and the willingness to exploit every environmental advantage. Traps detonated along the main road. Plasma rifles were taken out by precision shots, and Dravari drones were shredded mid-air by improvised artillery. A local named Carl, who had once trapped mountain lions, rigged a makeshift EMP net from old electrical grids, disabling an entire squad of Dravari scouts before they even realized what happened. Every fallen alien became a warning, every human casualty a rallying cry. Commander Gilles couldn't comprehend the pattern. They fight like predators, he admitted, all creeping into his normally rigid voice. Meanwhile, the humans regrouped seamlessly, blending civilian life with wartime ingenuity. By midday, over 3,000 Dravari soldiers had been neutralized. They had arrived, expecting an easy conquest. They faced a storm of creativity, improvisation, and brutal human intuition. Hank's megaphone echoed across the battlefield as he stepped into the open, rifle casually slung over his shoulder. "Y'all picked the wrong town. We've been hunting monsters bigger than your fancy armor. You're just prey now." A tense silence followed. Commander Gilles paused, scanning the chaos, realizing negotiation might be the only viable option. Mara fired a shot that cut a drone out of the sky mid-hover, and the humans erupted into cheers. "And trust me," she shouted, "we're just getting started." The Dravari, faced with a civilian population that had no concept of surrender, began to retreat. Every alien knew this town was different. The humans of Cedar Creek were something the galaxy had never catalogued, apex predators who thrived in chaos. Meanwhile, further into the hills, a group of teenagers armed with handmade bows, baseball bats, and scavenged tech silently observed the battlefield. They had spent months building hidden caches, rigging automated distractions, and learning guerrilla tactics from the veterans. When the Dravari patrol unknowingly stumbled into their traps, a cascade of explosions and falling debris forced them into disarray. These young humans, untrained by formal military standards, but raised on instinct and improvisation, became a critical part of the defense. Every alien soldier neutralized was a testament to the town's collective ingenuity. The battle wasn't just a fight, it was a symphony of survival, choreographed by experience, intuition, and fearless improvisation. As the afternoon sun dipped lower, the humans orchestrated one final gambit. A row of barns, rigged with hidden charges, was abandoned as bait. When the Dravari forces advanced, thinking victory was near, Hank gave the signal. A chain of explosions tore through the barns, disorienting and scattering the remaining invaders. Mara's final sniper shots picked off their leaders, leaving the Dravari in full retreat. The town had not only survived, they had taught an entire alien army a lesson in unpredictability. Within the hour, the Dravari fleet disengaged, retreating to orbit with their surviving troops. Cedar Creek remained standing, battered but unbroken, a living testament to the unpredictability and danger of human ingenuity. Across the galaxy, military academies would study this event for decades, attempting to understand how a small settlement defeated an interstellar army. The secret wasn't in tactics, technology, or strategy, was in human nature itself. Relentless, adaptive, fearless, and beautifully unpredictable, Cedar Creek's hunters had rewritten the rules of engagement, proving that no amount of planning could outmatch a human who refuses to lose. And as the smoke cleared, Hank simply sat back on his porch and said, "Well, I reckon it's back to hunting season." And somewhere in the void of space, Commander Gilles whispered to himself, "Humans are monsters of survival." If you want more stories where humanity doesn't just survive, it conquers without firing a shot, subscribe to Humanity's Vanguard, HFY, and Sci-Fi stories. Stay alive, stay clever, and remember, sometimes, not running is the most dangerous move of all.